Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cruising Maya. If we haven't met yet, we're Mac and Jenny, and together with our dog Disco, we've been documenting our lives and travels aboard our sailboat Maya. This episode is the start of a brand new video series which has us sailing Pacific Mexico. In today's video, we enter Mexico and sail approximately 400 miles down the west coast of Baja. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We are in San Diego, just about to leave for Mexico.
All right, we're just leaving San Diego. It looks super late, but it's only like 6 p.m. It's just that time of year. Yeah, and we are finally headed to Mexico. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah!
We're doing it!
Yes!
Next stop, Mexico!
Woo!
Okay, we're just about to cross over to Mexico. There we go. Mexico.
All right, so we made it to Mexico. It's been like 5 years in the making, so it's pretty surreal that we're here now, and we're just about to go into Ensenada and check in, go through customs and immigration. We do have to go to one of the marinas because it doesn't look like you're supposed to anchor there. So the one that was open for us was Cruise Port, and it sounds like they do pretty much everything for you, like process all your paperwork, help take you to where you need to go to do that. And yeah, so we're just looking forward to being checked in and being able to explore Mexico now.
So we made it to the marina and got checked into the country. Totally recommend making Cruise Port your first stop into Mexico. The marina staff basically held our hands through the whole immigration process and made it super easy. After getting cleared into Mexico, we met up with a friend who was passing through. Some of you will recognize our good friend Bahama Juan from other videos. He hooked us up with some great fishing tips and gear for our trip down the coast. Special thanks to him for being our fishing sensei. After just 2 nights in Ensenada with a good weather window, we headed out for another big passage. Our next stop would be Tortuga Bay, a 3-day, 300-mile passage to the south.
See the king of hearts and the queen of hearts wore each other's keys for the call of wedding on, and all the feathers rained down and the town fell asleep, pulling on the poems for the midnight sun, pulling on the poems for the midnight sun.
The dolphins?
She should go around with every breath, toss his troubles aside, made a shrine of every mess. Well, the woman up here with a guillotine smile, she handed him a rose, then he turned to stone. She handed him a rose, then he turned to stone.
Okay, story time. So yesterday, I accidentally dropped our brand new GoPro Hero 10 in the ocean. It sank like a rock. in about 25 feet of water. Attempts were made to retrieve it. I actually dove down there. I initially dove down there, just free dove down there, and I couldn't get to the bottom. Then we were lucky enough to find someone else in the anchorage had a hookah setup. So I actually dove down with a hookah, kind of a scuba setup, and I got to the bottom and felt around, but it's really murky down there. I couldn't see anything. I was just feeling around with this pole spear here, kind of like a blind guy. Nothing. I was down there for close to an hour. Couldn't find anything. When we dropped the camera, we marked it on our GPS. So we have a rough approximation of where the camera is, but we couldn't find it yesterday. We're putting our MacGyver hats on today, and we're gonna give it one last shot at getting this camera. So we have rigged up this pole spear. We're gonna drag this thing across the bottom. Thankfully, the bottom is like basically all sand, very, very smooth sand. So we're gonna drag this thing down here across the bottom, hoping that the camera dings this and we'll be able to feel that through this line. So we'll get a location, and then if we are able to find it, we'll attempt to retrieve it somehow. Okay, so this is our setup here. So we've got the pole spear, we've got a weight to keep it on the bottom because this is pretty light, so this is a little weight to keep it down. We've got some monofilament fishing line on either side, and at the center we've got another weight here to keep that low, and then we'll attach the fishing line, the fishing pole right here, and then we're just going to drag this along the bottom in hopes that when this does hit the GoPro, that we'll be able to feel that through the fishing line. That's the setup. It works in theory right now, you know, but we'll just see how this goes in practice. Okay, so this little setup here, we put about an hour of dragging this across the bottom, and we didn't feel anything. We're not sure that the sensitivity was just enough for it to transfer through to the fishing line, so we're gonna scrap this idea. So we're on to plan B, and that is this giant pole here that we have Frankenstein together. So we've got two boat hooks, we've got an oar, we've got all this stuff, and there's a net on the very end there. So we're gonna drag this across the bottom. We also have the place where we marked it on the map. We have that marked out there with a little buoy. We're hoping for a miracle at this point. Alas, there was no miracle. We tried every trick we had, but unfortunately we lost the GoPro for good. The biggest loss was the footage on it from our 3-night passage from Ensenada. It was a good lesson in backing up your data early and often. Okay, so Tortuga Bay was a little different than we were expecting. To us, it felt more like a roadstead than a place we really wanted to stay, so we left first weather window we got. Our next stop is Bahia Ascension, a 67 nautical mile overnight sail to the south. Alright, so with us safely at anchor in Bahia Ascension, that's a good place to stop. Join us next time as we continue to explore Baja's west coast as we make our way south. There's a lot more adventure coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Before we go, a quick reminder, we have a website at cruisingmaya.com. There you'll find lots more information about us and the boat. We also have a merchandise store full of fun items. Our website has a Gear We Love page that lists a bunch of different things that we rely on to live and travel on a boat. By clicking on any of the links on the Gear We Love page and then shopping on Amazon, we will receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. That works for any and all purchases made on Amazon. You don't even have to buy the item from the link. All you have to do is click on any of the links and then start shopping on Amazon as usual, and we'll see a small commission from anything you buy. within the next 24 hours. It's a great free way to help support us, and we're starting to see people do this, and it really, really helps our cause. So thank you to everyone who's been participating in that. Another great way to help us out is by joining us on Patreon. We offer different tiers, each with their own benefits, so cruise on over and check it out. A big thanks to all of those who have joined so far. We are so appreciative of your support. You are the wind in our sails. Okay, so with that, we are out of here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you here next time. Cheers.
And the birds return with songs in their eyes and maps to the world never seen. Maps to the world never seen.